right, Shalom. Want to start by saying, Call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakadash. Demand to the apostles of Israel, aka the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim, considering preachers truth and all truth and sincerity. All right, real quick, this is from RT Today, or RT, Russia Today, and it reads, lift sanctions or no return to nuclear deal, Iran says. Now, as we know, it's been an ongoing thing with Iran and their nuclear capabilities and how America, Israel, and the world basically been like keeping tracks on, mainly America and Israel, or keeping tabs on them, and with these sanctions, have been sanctioning them, basically trying to, what I say, basically trying to, prohibit them from getting into nuclear weapons. So I'm reading this article and it reads, Iran has warned that there is no way to revive the 2015 nuclear deal unless all sanctions on Tehran are lifted. Now, more likely, America is not going to do that. As talks begin in Vienna in an attempt to restore the agreement, Iran has warned that there is no way to revive the 2015 nuclear deal unless all sanctions on Tehran are lifted. As talks began in Vienna in an attempt to restore the agreement. Yeah, what did you type that twice? It says Iranian representatives gathered in Vienna on Monday, which is today, with those from China, France, Germany, Russia, and the UK to discuss reviving the 2015 deal. Now, there's all the big players in the building. Russia and the UK to discuss reviving the 2015 nuclear deal abandoned by the Trump administration in 2018, but hopes for any major breakthrough look slim. So basically, Trump left the deal. I remember he did that. It was 2018, so that's now 3 years ago. Almost 4. And here we are now. And mind you, prior to Trump, the whole thing with Iran, Israel, and America has been a topsy-turvy because they've just been building up their uranium, and basically they're getting too cute. America and Israel think that they're getting too cute for their britches, man, to where they're now going to be able to have nuclear weapon capabilities. And it says, in a statement before talks started, Foreign Minister Hussein Amir Abdollahian laid out requirements that must be met if there is to be any attempt at salvaging the agreement which Washington abruptly abandoned 3 years ago. It said the return of the U.S. to the nuclear deal would be meaningless without guarantees to prevent the recurrence of the bitter experience of the past. Despite the formation of a new government in the United States, not only have the illegal and unilateral sanctions remained in place, but the policy of imposing sanctions on Iran has continued to exist. Amir Abdollahian said, adding that Iran was acting in good faith. He questioned whether President Joe Biden's administration is truly determined to implement its obligations and prepared to abandon the past failed policies of the previous administration. So basically he's saying we're willing to, if you get right, you take these sanctions away, it will be straight. But more than likely they're not, because this is all biblical prophecy. This is the Lord gathering all the Gentiles for that great day, man, for that great day of the war in Jehoshaphat, man. And it said the U.S. envoy Robert Malley has previously condemned Iran for attempting to build more leverage and then come back and say they want something better, during the negotiations warning that their tactic simply won't work. Malley warned Tehran that should the talks collapse, the U.S. is prepared to increase pressure on the country to deter an increase in nuclear activity. So basically, they're gonna get nasty with them, man. And it says, since 2018, Iran has enriched uranium to levels which breach restrictions imposed on it by the JCPOA deal. Russia's permanent representative at the negotiations, Mikhail Yulanov, struck a more positive tone on Monday, saying he is cautiously optimistic a deal can be reached, but he acknowledged Moscow is fully aware of all the problems negotiators have. Meanwhile, UK Foreign Secretary Liz Truss declared at a press briefing that this round of talks is the last opportunity for Iran to agree to a nuclear deal. So basically saying, this round of talks, so whatever happens, whatever time frame they got these talks happening, basically she's saying this is the last round of talks we're going to have. Last opportunity for Iran to agree to a nuclear deal. So basically trying to say that if they don't play ball, Iran don't play ball, then it's going to be harsh consequences and it's going to get ugly. And Thawadi how about Shimei Shah, because it needs to get there, man. All right, because now these devils are trifling on, we trifling on the last days prophecies, man. And that great war, that third war, woe, all right, that war in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, war of Armageddon, all of that, where the Lord is going to have these devils and these heathens fight with each other, man. And it says, not ruling anything else should Iran, look what it says, not ruling anything else should Iran refuse to sign up to a new agreement. Truss said the UK is committed to working flat out to prevent the Iranian regime from gaining nuclear weapons. Now here it is, right? Whatever they're doing, okay, they're gaining nuclear weapons, right? But you have nuclear weapons. Nobody's trying to stop you. Nobody's trying to stop Britain. Nobody's trying to stop, well, the UK is Britain. But nobody's trying to stop these other countries, so why are you messing with them? All right? And remember, they got Russia on their side, man. And you know you don't want sauce with Russia. So what's going on here? Why are you so hell-bent on stopping their nuclear capabilities, all right? Why what you think they going like what are you scared for, man? That's because Esau knows, and deep down, man, those wars and rumors of wars, that's what this represents, man. All right, because we at the end. So this happening right here, like you can't come back from this. All right, you can't come back and be they can't. They're not gonna just get rid of their nuclear, all the stuff they've been working on. I'm talking about Iran. They're not gonna get rid of all of that. All right, so at the end of the day, we're living in the times where we're coming into that we're in those last days, man. Last day prophecy when it comes to war, the famine, the plagues, all that is all bunched up, man. All right, so with that, I'm gonna say hope it was edifying. I just wanted to bring out that article, and I hadn't really had no scriptures on deck, but I just really wanted to bring out the article and just to understand the time when. Oh, matter of fact, I could use a scripture. The spirit. Oops. Now, there's a book, Ecclesiastes chapter 3, and I'm starting at the top. And it says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. Matter of fact, scratch all that. I'm going to read verse 1 and jump down. It said, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Where is it? Time, peace. What time? Oh, okay, here he is. We're in the time of, verse 8. It says a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. Now, what time do you think we're in, judging by this scripture? We're in a time of war. All right, we're going to come back in a time of peace when Yahweh Shai comes back and inflicts righteousness on the earth and the kingdom is established of Yasharallah. But until then, we're in a time of war. We're in a time of hate. The Lord said, the Lord said what? The love of many shall wax cold. We're not in a time of love right now. So all of that cute, everybody is positive vibes, all that. That's not what that's not the vibe we in this world, man. All right, people think that you'll be nice and all that. We're in the time of biblical prophecies, man. That's what life is about, man. This is about the Lord carrying out the rest of His plans, man, for the earth. All right, so with that, I'm gonna just say shalom.